Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Today we are doing an unboxing of the Zendikar Commander set. This one is Landswrath, and this one is Sneak Attack. So apparently there are four colors in the Commander set for Zendikar Rising, and I only was able to get two of them. I'd be really interested in getting the other two whenever they become available at my game store, which was Dragon's Lair. If you guys live by Culebron 1604 in San Antonio, there's a Dragon's Lair right by there, across the street from Walmart. Or not Walmart, Target is what's in that area. And they do a much better job of keeping all the stuff intact in the box. They have all this extra packaging, but it's also making it a little bit harder to get all this stuff out. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. Hey, welcome viewer. So that's the deck. Okay, and then this box doesn't really have anything else in it. We'll take a look at that here in a second. I'm trying to get all this other stuff out of the box. Let's see what all is in here. Okay, yep. You got your inserts on the inside. Here's that. Okay, then the plastic. And then this is how I deal with trash in my household. I'll be picking it up later. Chris, please don't be mad at me. Okay. Alright, so this one plays in red, green, and white colors. Let me get it closer to the camera. Huh. Still looks a little bit blurry. I wonder if that's because of the foil aspect of the card, or because it's foil. Alright. That wasn't important. Let's get this open and take a look at these cards. Okay. Alright, Abzan Falconer, Vanishing Light, Condemn. Alright, this one I haven't seen. Put target attacking creature on the bottom of its owner's library. Its controller gains life equal to its toughness. Okay. That's actually a really good... it's a multi-use card. You could use it for several things. If you're attacking and you're about to lose a creature, you could cast it to save your attacking creature and put it back into your library. Okay. You know what? That camera's just a bit too high, so we're going to do this and not give you guys a concussion or a migraine or even worse, motion sickness, because apparently that's possible. I need a counterweight. Cool. That'll make the close-ups a little bit easier. I don't have to take it all the way up to the camera. Okay. Crush Contraband. Choose one or both. Exile target artifact or exile target enchantment. Always a good thing to use. Elite Scale Guard. When Elite Scale Guard enters the battlefield, bolster 2. Yeah, it's not bad. Core Cartographer. I haven't seen this one. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a plains card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Okay. Alright, so it kind of acts like Birth of Meletis, where you can get a plains, but you also get a creature. Hey viewer, welcome. We're doing a Zendikar Rising Commander unboxing, and we're taking a look at the first set of cards. The commander for this one is Obun, which is the red, green, white commander for it. There we go. That's a much better picture than what we were getting earlier. Yeah, I think it's where I had the camera placed that made it a little bit hard to get a good picture of it. Okay, Retreat to Emeria. Oh, Landfall. Yeah, that's something that's been very common in a lot of the Zendikar cards. Choose one, create a 1/1 core allied creature token, or creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Alright, so you get to create tokens, or you get to give your creatures +1/+1 for a little... Acidic Slime. That's a really good card. What I really like about it is how much utility you get out of it. Okay. Armorcraft Judge. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Beanstalk Giant. You know, I have a full playset of Beanstalk Giant in Arena, but it's nice to actually see the card. And I do like that artwork and the way it's set up. Yep. Get 2 gates is always good. Elvish Rejuvenator. This battlefield, look at the top 5 cards in your library. Put a land card onto the battlefield tapped. Rest on the bottom of your... Well, I mean, with that commander, this is actually a pretty good card. But I don't know if I would want to get rid of the other spells and put them on the bottom of my library immediately. Okay. What's the next thing here? Embodiment of Insight. Vigilance. Land creatures you control have Vigilance. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you have target land you control become a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. It's still a land. Okay, so this is the same thing almost as what the commander does. Evolution stage. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, proliferate. Nice. Far Wandering. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that card on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. This has threshold. Instead, search library up to 3 land cards. Put them on the back. Nice. Yeah, threshold is pretty good, especially if you can find a way to put stuff into the graveyard. I know what this card does. Fertilid. Very familiar with it. Harmonize. The great thing about Harmonize is how efficient it is, because with blue, if you're going to draw 3 cards, usually that's a 6 mana card. And Harmonize does that, but for 4 mana instead. That's insane. Harrow. 3 mana as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a land. For up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, shuffle your library. Okay? Well, I'm guessing that Harrow card is meant to abuse landfall as much as possible. Okay, Inspiring Call. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. Oh, and that's an instant? That's great. Keeper of Fables. Whenever one or more non-human creatures you control do common damage to a player, draw a card. Nice. Very nice indeed. Colony Heart Expedition. Landfall. You may put a quest counter on... Okay, remove 3 quest counters from Heart Expedition and sacrifice it. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, shuffle your library. Okay. Kodama's Reach. 2 basic land cards, reel them, put 1 on the battlefield tapped, the other into your hand, shuffle your library. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good card, especially for just 3 mana. Landfall. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature or gain 2 life. Satyr Wayfinder. Reel the top 4 cards, put a land card into your hand, rest into the graveyard. Whenever a land enters the battlefield in your control, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. 5 mana for a 3/3 with landfall. That's not bad. You can abuse that if you have a lot of ways to get land into the battlefield, and this deck is looking like it's gonna try to do that as best it can. Okay. Springbroom Druid enters the battlefield. Hey, welcome viewer. We're doing a Zendikar Rising Commander box unboxing, and we're doing the red, green, white commander for this one. Okay. Enters the battlefield, sacrifice the land. If you do, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, shuffle your library. Okay. Outlast. Outlast only has a sorcery. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. Okay. So you make this a 3/4 with trample if you can pay the extra mana. But you have to tap. And you can do this turn after turn after turn, but it only goes to this card. Okay. Yavimaya Elder dies. Search your library for 2 basic land cards, view them, put them into your hand, shuffle your library. Huh. That's cool. You can sacrifice it, draw a card, and get the 2 lands out of your library. That's pretty cool. Zendikar's Royal. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield in your control, create a 2/2 green elemental creature token. Okay, that's not bad. It's decently good, at least. Trove Warden. Looks like this is a rare. Vigilance. Landfall. Enters the battlefield to exile target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. And then when this card dies, put each permanent card exiled with it onto the battlefield under the control of that card's owner. Nice. Very nice. Geode Rage, your first strike landfall. Goad each creature target player controls. Those creatures attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you if able. Nice. Definitely not bad. Alright, this is 6 mana. It's a 6/6 flying with landfall. Exile target non-land permanent other than Admonition Angel. Cool. Leaves the battlefield. Return all cards exiled with it to the battlefield under their owner's control. Okay. Let's see here. Emiria Angel landfall. You may create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Okay. It's definitely pretty good. 7 mana. Landfall. You may return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If that land is a plains, you may return that non-land permanent card to the battlefield instead. From your graveyard to your hand. And then instead if it's a plains. That's ridiculous. That's really good. Hour of Revelation. I didn't get to play anything from the Amonkhet set, and I hear that it's a pretty good set. 3 mana less to cast if there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield. Destroy all non-land permanents. Whew. So you could cast this for just 3 white and just wreck someone's day. Man, that's a bomb. That's absolutely a bomb. Okay. Planar Outburst, destroy all non-land creatures, awaken for 8 mana. If you cast a spell for 8 mana, also put 4+1/+1 counters on target land you control and it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature. Alright. So it costs 3 more mana to do that, and then you get a land creature. Sun Titan. Nice. Enters the battlefield or attacks when you turn target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is good. This is really good, actually. Oh, especially because you're... Hold on. Did this say non-land permanent? You may return target permanent card with converted... Nope, it includes lands. So you could trigger landfall again over and over with all those lands that you're sacrificing. Enters the battlefield, support 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Cool. Choose target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn, return that card to its owner's hand. That's actually really handy. What do we got here? No. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. If you would draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and put all other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay. So if you have too many lands and you're not getting enough regular cards, that's a really good way to dodge that bullet and just get what you need. Mill 2 cards, so you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield and shuffle your graveyard into... Oh! Ooh, this is great for mill decks. Multani Yavimaya's Avatar. Okay, this is green only. Reach, trample. Yavimaya's Avatar gets +1/+1 for each land you control and each land card in your graveyard. 1 in a green, return 2 lands you control to their owner's hands. Return Multani from your graveyard to your hand. But you have to have lands in your graveyard. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Search your library with 3 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tab, shuffle your library, you gain 7 life. That's pretty good. It's expensive, but it's pretty good. Rampaging Ballast, Trample Landfall. You may create a 4/4 Green Beast creature token. Nice. Return of the Wild Speaker. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. Non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 until end of turn. Hey, how's it going? We're doing a Zendikar Rising Commander set unboxing, and this is the commander that we're using for that. And it is the green, red, white commander who abuses landfall and can create elemental creature tokens out of lands. So this is almost like that Nissa Planeswalker that creates elemental creature tokens out of your lands. Alright, so that's not bad. Rites of Flourishing. That's a really good card. I actually got this card back when it came out in Future Sight. Well, for those of you who don't know, you get to draw an additional land. Not you. players. So it's both you and the other player get to draw an additional card each turn, and you can play an additional land on each of your turns. So because this is a landfall deck, this is going to abuse the hell out of that mechanic. Give me a second to clean up this pile a little bit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a message on the chat. It's the best way to interact with me. Also, it just kind of helps me to kind of get to know you guys a little bit better and be a little bit more consistent with my streams. Okay? Sylvan Advocate Vigilance. Excuse me. It's a 2/3 for 2 mana with Vigilance. As long as you control 6 or more lands, Sylvan Advocate and land creatures you control get +2/+2. Which isn't bad, since we're basically creating elemental creature tokens in this deck. Let me get this real quick. And then we're probably just better off making a new pile, so that way cards don't continue to fall off. Hey, welcome viewer. We're doing a Zendikar commander unboxing, and this is the commander that we are unboxing. For this one, it's the red, green, white elf spirit that creates land creatures out of your lands, and also has a landfall trigger. Alright, and Waker of the Wilds, X, green, green, put X+1/+1 counters to target land you control. That land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste. Oh, so this one's permanent. And then on top of that, you get to choose how strong that creature is going to be. So that's actually not bad. Okay. Living Twister, red, red, green. Discard a land card. Living Twister deals 2 damage to any target. Return a tapped land you control to its owner's hand. Well, I mean, that's definitely a way to consistently trigger landfall. Okay. I remember this one. Mina and Den Wildborn. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Turn a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature can trample until end of turn. Okay. What do we got here? Omnath, Locus of Rage. Okay. Nope. Down. Up. There we go. We're in focus now. Sorry, guys. Whenever a land enters the battlefield in your control, create a 5/5 red and green elemental creature token. That is ridiculous. Or another elemental you control dies. Omnath deals 3 damage to any target. Man. Oh my god. This is going to be a crazy busted card for this set. Or for this deck. Sundial. Whenever a land enters the battlefield in your control, you may pay 2 mana if you do draw a card. Needle Spire, okay. Ground Assault deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. Naya Charm. I really like these charms for the set that it came out with. What's it called? Shards of Alara. That's the block that it was in. The charms are really good for the colors that they were playing with. Alright, and then here's a 2-in-1 card. Struggle, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control, and then Aftermath. Cast a spell only from the graveyard, then exile it. Each player shuffles their graveyard into their library. Okay. Definitely not a bad deal. Sylvan Reclamation, exile the 2 target artifacts under enchantments, basic land cycling, and then you get to, with basic land cycling, you get to pick what kind of land you're looking for, as long as it's a basic land. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, I had to clear my nose. Treacherous Terrain, 6 red green. Alright, this is expensive. Deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of lands that player controls. Huh. That could be really good as long as it's not countered, but you're most likely going to be using it for its basic land cycling ability. Okay. Arcane Signet, add 1 mana of any color. Yep, this is a commander staple. Sandstone Oracle, enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. That's not bad. But 7 mana, that's kind of expensive, especially for just a 4/4. Okay, Scarecrow. When Scare Tiller becomes tapped, choose 1. Land card from your hand on the battlefield tapped. Or return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Actually, that's going to be really good for this, especially since we have to sacrifice so many lands. Soul Ring, another commander staple. Blighted Wood, land, search library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them on. Okay. A land to help you get more lands. Boros Garrison land. How is this not a gate? Oh, because it's one of those put a land down, get the land back into your hand. And this enters tap, but it taps for 2 colors. So that's definitely pretty good. And then here's the Guild Gate. Okay. Command Tower, another commander staple, Cryptic Caves. What does this one do? 1 tap, draw a card, activate this ability only if you control 5 or more lands. Drawing a card for just 1 land, that's pretty good, actually. Evolving Wilds, Gruul Guildgate, Gruul Turf. Aha, this is another one of those. You put this one down, you have to return a land to its owner's hand, and enters the battlefield tapped. Jungle Shrine, also good. Croson Verge, 2 mana tap, Croson Verge, sacrifice it, search your library for a forest card and a plains card, put them on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your. Okay. So you get 2 lands for the price of 1 out. Myriad Landscape enters the battlefield tapped. 2 tap, sacrifice Myriad Landscape. Search your library for 2 basic land cards that share a land type. Put them. Okay, it's pretty cool. Panorama. Search your library for a basic mountain, forest, or plains card. So you get to choose 1, and then you got to shuffle your library. Celestia Guildgate. I wonder if the rest of these are lands. Here's another one of those. Return a land from the field onto your hand. And then here's, this is basically Evolving Wilds. Whirling Regrowth, stretch price, a land, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Huh, didn't we have this one already? Or is it a different card? Let me double check something real quick. We're going to take a look at that. It's not Abundance. And it's definitely a green card. Nope, nope, nope. We're looking for a sorcery or an instant here. And it's something that requires me to sacrifice the land. Yeah, that other card is called Harrow. So you have 2 cards that do the exact same thing on here. Which is good, because this deck is all about abusing landfall as much as possible. There's some pretty solid cards in this. Okay. Alright. Then we'll go down over here to the next one. It's a little bit... There we go. Vigilance. We put a basic... Oh! This is that creature from regular Zendikar Rising. And then I think the rest of these are your basic lands. And there's definitely a lot of forest here. Oh, and then we got these double-sided tokens. So here's the core ally. What's on the back? So 1/1 flying bird. Okay, so same thing, same thing, same thing. And then we have the elemental. Oh, yeah, the enchantment that creates a 2/2 elemental creature token. And then this is for the Omnath. Okay. Elemental. And then the 1/1 sapling. What's on the other side of this one? 4/4 beast token, yeah. Okay. Anything else in here? Sapling, sapling. And then this is the formats. Booster Draft Commander. Learn more. And then on your turn, it kind of tells you what you do on your turns and what other formats are available for you to play with for these cards. I wonder if these cards would be standard legal in the game if they're in the Zendikar set. Be pretty cool if they did. Alright. And I know that a lot of people on Magic the Gathering Arena are giving a lot of hate to the rogue mill decks. But, you know, and I'm one of them. I'm definitely one of the people saying a lot of negative stuff against the rogue mill decks. But there's this one, Sneak Attack. This is the other commander box I got for the Zendikar commander set. I don't like mill decks because they are such a pain in the rear end to play against. However, as a player, they're also really, really simple decks to do. You just try to abuse whatever mechanics you have available to you with the cards in play to mill your opponent's library as much as possible, so that way they don't have an opportunity to get what it is that they need. Okay. Okay, now we got this out. Here are the cards. Make sure to just put this down here. Give everybody a pretty decent view of it. As I gather up the trash and get the rest of the stuff out of the box. Okay, and that's trash as well. Alright. Well, that's cool. Does the other one do the same thing? Yep. So you get these deck boxes that come with the commander set that'll tell you what exactly the box is going to be in the box if you want to keep this deck together. And then, let's see here, you also get this little handy life counter. And then the rule book to kind of help you learn how to play this deck and how it works, in case you're new at the game and don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of the deck. Right? So let's take a look at the commander card first. Okay. Other rogues you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more rogues you control deal combat damage to a player, that player mills a card for each 1 damage. I'm sorry, guys. Give me just a moment. I've got someone coming into in the house right now. Okay, really sorry about that inconvenience, guys. I know that you were able to hear them, so I just asked them to tone it down a little bit. Nope, get closer. There we go. That player mills a card for each 1 damage dealt to them. If the player mills at least 1 creature card this way, you draw a card. Okay, so you basically try to mill them as much as possible, and then on top of that, you try to get card advantage, is how this deck works. Okay. There we go. It's been a while since I've bought cards physically. Most of the time I'm just getting cards in Magic the Gathering Arena. So to have to deal with cellophane just convinces me more and more that I just need to continue playing Arena and not actually buying the cards physically. But I mean, the best thing about Arena though is how you don't have to shuffle your deck. The game just does it for you. And I don't know how that affects your card draw because it's basically using an algorithm to tell you what it is that you're going to be drawing. So I don't know if the game actually tries to emulate what you would get physically, like in real life, or if the game has an algorithm to make your draws specific. All right. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hands. Okay. Alright, so definitely, with blue-black, you're definitely going to be playing a lot of control here. So let's take a look at what we're going to be dealing with. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Okay. Alright, fact or fiction, top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Hey Layla, how's it going? I see that you're following me now. We're doing Magic the Gathering stuff, so if you got any questions, go ahead and send me a message in the chat. Okay, an opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Okay? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Fairy Vandal. This one's actually in the set right now, I think. I'm pretty sure I've seen this card in Zendikar Rising when I was playing on Arena. Hexproof is always nice. Invisible Stalker can't be blocked. Alright, that's really cool. Latchkey Fairy. Prowl, 2 and a blue. We cast this card for its prowl cost. We dealt damage to a player this turn with a fairy or a rogue. Okay. Enters the battlefield as a prowl, cost was paid, draw a card. Alright, so that's definitely gets you a lot of utility. River Prowler can't block and can't be blocked. You may cast a Meringue River Prowler from your graveyard as long as you control a black or green permanent. Black or green. I want to say that those are Sultai colors. It's been a while since I played back in the Khans and Dragons set. Forgot its name. Moving on. Master Thief enters the battlefield. Gain control of target artifact for as long as you control Master Thief. Okay. Military Intelligence. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. That's always good. Definitely really good. Nightfall Sprite attack. Surveil 1. I never was a fan of Surveil. I know that it gives you a lot of options, but I just don't like putting stuff into the graveyard. I'd rather if it gave me the ability to scry and put something on the bottom of the library instead. Open into Wonder. It's an X, okay. X target creatures can't be blocked this turn. Until end of turn, those creatures gain whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That is a really good card. Slithered Belly can't be blocked. Yeah, I think I've gotten this out of a draft, actually. Triton Shorestalker can't be blocked. Okay, I'm beginning to see a very common theme here. When Whirler Rogue enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless Opter artifact creature tokens with flying, and tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay. There better be a lot of artifacts later on in this deck. Changeling Outcast can't block and can't be blocked. Okay. Endless Obedience Convoke. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Yeah, you know what? With Convoke, this could be really, really good, especially if your opponent is going to be playing really big creatures. Haste, Goblin spells, and Rogue spells. You cast cost 1 mana less to cast. That's actually... This is a pretty solidly built deck. When Marsh Flitter enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 Black Goblin Rogue creature tokens. Sacrifice a Goblin. Marsh Flitter has base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. Okay? Murder. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Each other rogue creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. Okay, that's actually not bad. This spell costs 2 mana less to cast if it targets a legendary creature, destroy target creature, and surveil 2. Okay? Rise from the Grave. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Yeah, for 5 mana. That's kind of typical for most, what do they call them, resurrection decks? Or cards? Prowl. Whenever rogue you control attacks and isn't blocked, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Whew. That's pretty good. Sir Conrad the Grim. I got this card actually in Magic the Gathering Arena, and I still haven't found a way to really use this guy that much. Each player mills a card. Okay, whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. Definitely not a bad card. Okay. Let's see here. Whenever Zilliport Cutthroat or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And this is a 1/1. Yeah, so there's a lot of really small creatures in this. Extract from Darkness. Each player mills 2 cards. Put a creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And oh, so that's from any graveyard. Huh. Soul Manipulation. Choose 1 or both for 1 blue-black. Counter targets a creature spell. Remove target creature card from your graveyard. Oh, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a lot of versatility there. Okay. And then we're running into the same problem that we had earlier here. With the piles just getting a little bit too unwieldy. Okay. Arcane Signet. Always a commander staple. Commander Sphere. Definitely a staple. Enigma Thief for 7 mana. Okay. And let's try to do it this way. There we go. Enters the battlefield for each opponent. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls to its owner's hand. Okay. Whispered Dagger. A crypt creature gets +2/+0. Whenever a crypt creature deals combat damage to a player, you may cast a creature spell from that player's graveyard this turn, and you may spend mana or mana of any color to cast that spell. Alright. So with all these creatures that can't be blocked, this guy is going to be a really good card for this deck. Notorious Throng. Its prowl cost is more expensive. Create X 1/1 black, where X is the damage dealt to your opponents this turn. If this spell's prowl cost was paid, take an extra turn after this one. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Scourge of Fleets. I actually got this card in Journey into Nyx. Yeah, it was Theros, Born of the Gods. Journey into Nyx was the last one, and this was in Journey into Nyx. I really like this card, although it's expensive. Return each creature your opponents control with toughness X or less to its owner's hand, where X is the number of islands you control. Okay. Stolen Identity. 4 blue. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature. Cipher. You may exile a spell card and code it on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. Whoa. Man, Cipher is kind of busted. Fated Return. Put target creature card from your graveyard into the battlefield under your control against indestructible. If it's your turn, scry 2. That's... I actually have that card as well. And the fact that it's an instant is actually really good. I like it a lot. It gives you a lot of utility. Death Touch. Gonti, Lord of Luxury, enters the battlefield with the top 4 cards of target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down. Put the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. You may look at and cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana or mana of any type to cast that spell. Whew. Okay. In Garruk's Wake. Destroy all creatures you don't control and all planeswalkers you don't control. Yeah. This is a good card. I remember it. What set did it come out in? I can't remember right now. I think it was maybe Shadows over Innistrad? That sounds about right, but I could be wrong. Okay. Okay, Necromantic Selection. Destroy all creatures, then return a creature card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. It's a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Exile Necromantic Selection. Yeah, for 7 mana, that's a lot to do that ability, but to get something back onto the battlefield, that's pretty good. Yeah, I remember this card. A lot of people were abusing it in the Theros block when Theros was still being played. Slumlord. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Rats you control have Death Touch. That's not bad. Okay. Sepulchral Primordial. Intimidate. Can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color type with it. Sepulchral Primordial enters the battlefield. For each opponent, you may put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield. Okay. So I remember talking about having a lot of 1/1 or like rogue creatures that can't be blocked. Well, oh, Consuming Aberration. Oh man, this card can just be ridiculous. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyards. Whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card, then put those cards into their graveyard. Yeah, that's busted. I remember this guy. Hexproof. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav Dimir Mastermind become a copy of that card, except its name is Lazav. It's legendary in addition to its other types, and it has hexproof and this ability. So you can continue to do this ability over and over and over again. Notion Thief. Oh, I had a friend of mine who would abuse the mechanic on this card. Let me get some water here real quick. Give me a second. I had a buddy that would abuse this mechanic. to where he would have a card that would cause players to draw 2 cards every upkeep, and he would flash this in, and he would draw the extra card, so he would end up drawing 3 cards per turn instead of just the 2, because the other player is drawing extra cards every turn. Una, Queen of the Fae. Choose a color. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of the library. For each card of the chosen color exiled this way, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy rogue creature token with flying. Ouch. So the great thing about this is it doesn't go into their graveyard to give the opponent a chance to play those cards later. Instead, they're exiled, so your opponent can't even use them. They'd have to find a way to cast it from exile, which is really hard. Counter target. You get to choose 2 for this, for 3 blue-black. Counter target non-creature spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, or destroy target planeswalker. That's great. That's really great. Spinal Embrace. Okay, so that's 6 mana. Cast a spell only during combat. Untap target creature you don't control and gain control of it. What? Damn. It gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, you sacrifice it. If you do, you gain life equal to its toughness. That's really good. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, you may draw a card. Okay? Blackblade Reforged. 2 mana. Quick creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Equip legendary creature 3 mana. Equip 7. Alright. I haven't seen a lot of legendary creatures in this. And you know what? I have a copy of Dragonlord Silumgar. So I could put Dragonlord Silumgar into this. Living Weapon. Equip creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Create a 0/0 black germ creature. Or X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Okay. That's pretty good. Obelisk of Erd. Convoke. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +2. Alright, so this doesn't have to stay in this deck, because I have a dragon-themed commander deck that could also take advantage of this card over here. Another Living Weapon. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life rounded up. So there just comes a point where this isn't doing that much damage anymore. But in the very beginning of the game, this could be broken. Especially for the 1/1 rogues that can't be blocked. Just put it on them. And then the player doesn't have a way to... The opponent doesn't really have a way to stop it unless they can do like damage to it or just kill it with a spell or something. Alright, Keyrune becomes a 2/2 blue and black horror artifact creature token until end of turn and can't be blocked. That's not bad. Especially with the thing that I was talking about a minute ago. Okay, add blue or black, or you can pay 4, sacrifice this locket, draw 2 cards. It's definitely a lot of utility right there. Signet, 1 tap, add blue-black. Heirloom Blade. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. When a equipped creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Put that card into your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay? Mindstone, 1 tap, sacrifice, draw a card. Okay? Soul Rain, add 2. Command Tower, Dimir Aqueduct. Yeah, this is the same kind of card that we were talking about earlier in the other set, where it's got like 2 colors, and you put it down, you have to bring a land up, and then it comes in tapped, but you get to tap it for 2 mana of different colors. Guildgate, Backwater, let's see, Refuge, okay. Which is a battlefield, you gain 1 life. Okay, so that's not too different from what we have right now in Arena. And this one allows you to... Oh, yeah, it's the same sack outlet that we were dealing with earlier in the other deck. Rogue's Passage. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Yep, that's always great. Submerged Boneyard is battlefield tapped. Add blue or black. Okay. Merfolk Windrobber. Oh, this guy's familiar. This is one of those cards that I'm having a lot of trouble with right now in Arena. Okay. Sure-footed Infiltrator can't be blocked this turn. Yep. This is another damn rogue. Stupid mill decks. Soaring Thought Thief. Yep, and once again. Okay, and then what do we have here? I think the rest of these are just the basic lands. Islands, swamps. And then we get to the token artifacts, or the creature tokens that are in the deck. Okay. Thopter artifact and a Fairy Rogue artifact. Alright, so that's one. And then here's the Goblin Rogue. And then what's on the other side? Fairy Rogue. Okay, so we're definitely using a lot of Fairy Rogue creature tokens in this. And then here's the rat. Are we doing Fairy Rogue again? Yes, we are. Rat, 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 rat. Okay, and then here's the Germ creature token plus the Fairy Rogue. And then here's the other rule set for this. Alright. So those are 2 of the 4 commander sets that we got. I didn't take a look at the previews for the other commander sets, or for the commander set in general for this, right? So I have no idea what the other commanders are. I'm going to try to buy them when I get a chance, and it might be a while because my game store has been having issues with their distributor trying to get things in consistently. So these were the only 2. Hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. This one goes to that, so that goes there. And this one goes to this. We're going to put this here. Alright. So anyway, they're having issues with their distributor right now trying to get the rest of their shipment in because they didn't get everything that they were supposed to for their Zendikar Rising booster boxes that their players pre-ordered. And then they're also missing a couple boxes of the commander sets that were supposed to have released. Okay. So now we're just waiting on the rest of those boxes to come in. I'm going to have to double check with them on Friday to see if they got the shipment in or not. Okay. And then I'm going to move this camera back over here. And that's too high. Nah. There we go. Probably move this just up a little bit. Okay. Alright, and now let's try to move this over to the arena format that we had set up for ourselves. Okay. And open that program. Restream. Open arena. Let's make sure that this works. Sweet. All right, cool. It's working. Awesome. It seems like I've got OBS to work perfectly with Arena, but then with everything else, I have to mess with the settings to pick up the right feed for it. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got in store, or what the special thing is for the store this week, or for today. 98% off for this. So what is it, 10? Yeah, it's just 10 gems for that. Order of Midnight. Already got that. These guys. Athenia, and then there's more. Okay. You know what? I've got 41,000 gold, so I guess we're just gonna get 21 Zendikar packs. When does this go through? Until October 15th. Okay. Yeah, we'll use 21,000 gold to get these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Alright, and let's take a look at what it is that we're going to be getting out of this. Okay? And Clearwater Pathway. I mean, definitely a good card, but it's not what I want to get because I have plenty of ways to get the mana that I want. Okay, and then this chat needs to move over. Okay? Rasta Sapperling. Never mind. We're just going to move on to the next booster. Soaring Thought Thief. Gomath. I haven't gotten this one yet. Target creature an opponent controls with power less than or equal to the number of warriors you control can't block this turn. Okay. Jace Mirror Mage. I actually like this card a lot. Jace Mirror Mage is awesome. Especially when you kick it, because then you can draw a card with the token that you created. Null Priest of Oblivion. Menace Lifelink. Kicker, 3 black. Null Priest of Oblivion enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. If it was kicked. Well, I mean, that's definitely a really, really good utility there, or you can just get a 2/1 Menace Lifelink. Okay. If we get an Omnath, I think I'll be happy. But I also feel like the game is actively trying not to give players Omnath out of the boosters anyway. Just because that card's crazy broken. Alright, Beacon of Unity. Okay, 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Alright, and its ability is you can pay either 2 mana or 1 of each of the following colors: blue, black, green, or red. So any colors that aren't white. Look at the top 6 cards of your library and reveal up to 2 cleric, rogue, warrior, wizard, and or ally cards from among them. Put them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Is that a rare? It looks like... I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is a mythic. Maybe. We'll take a look at it later. Ruin Crab. That card is ridiculously broken. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell, it gains flying until end of turn. Okay? Crackplate Baloth. Yeah, this card's alright. It's not bad. A rare wild card. For real? Come on, man. What does this guy do? It's my first copy. Whenever you cast a kick spell, draw a card, then discard a card. Coral Helm Chronicler enters the battlefield with the top 5 cards of your library. Reveal a card with a kicker ability from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's more blue control stuff. Alright, Journey into Oblivion. 1 less to cast for... Okay. Enters the battlefield. Exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Journey to Oblivion leaves the battlefield. Okay. So this could be better than that white banish into Oblivion or banish into existence, whatever, card from Theros, but you gotta have more than 3 creature cards or 3 creatures on the field for your party. Deals combat damage to a player, exile a top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay. It's definitely not bad. Not a problem, Chris. Kargan War Leader. Warriors you control get +1/+1. Okay. Balakhead Awakening. Okay. Put a number of cards in your hand on the bottom from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards +1. Actually, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay. What do we got here? Skyclave Apparition. I've had a lot of people play this card on me. And it usually sucks to lose something so early in the game. Let's see here. Mythic Rare Wild card. Okay, we're going to speed this up by like a lot. Scoot Swarm. Here we go. I got something great here. Alright. And then, what does this guy do? Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic forest card and a basic plains card. Reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your library. Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. Huh. Okay. Scoot Swarm. Hey, Drakenstein, how's it going? Yeah, I know. I've seen Scoot Swarm quite a bit, and Scoot Swarm just abuses things left and right. It's dumb. Charix the Raging. I like this card a lot, actually. It's really hard to kill a 0/17. Alright, and then Shatterskull. What is this guy? Oh, Trap Finder, Magmatic Channeler, Gruul, Pathway, basically. Legion Angel. I'm glad that I was able to get another Drana. I had an opponent with a Mutate Scoot Swarm deck. He was getting complete copies of his mutated... Yeah, I saw that too. I've dealt with that. It's busted. It's ridiculously busted. Shatterskull Charger, Trample Haste, Kicker 2. Was kicked and it just battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it. If it doesn't have a +1/+1 counter, return it to its owner's hand. Okay. That's not bad. I want to create a Scoot Swarm deck now. Just with mutating, just abuse the hell out of it. Blue or red spells. Okay, well then... Actually, yeah, we'll just play our Teamer Adventures deck today. I definitely did pretty well with that yesterday, so hopefully we get to continue our run of good luck. Especially because mill decks suck. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Almost sounded like there was an echo there for a minute. It killed over 200 Scoot Swarms with left wing with like 80 units still on board. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That sounds ridiculously busted. Get that out. Oh yeah, I forgot Q-Trio Triumphs counts as an island, so this doesn't come into play tapped. Okay, well, we're definitely going to do this and get a mountain out, because we need a mountain. Attack with that. And then next turn I can cast these 2 Edgewall Innkeepers and then Lovestruck Beast. This is an interesting play. Okay. 1, 2. Lovestruck Beast. Draw some cards. I don't know if less people are in the queue today or if the removal of Uro was really that effective, but I'm back to winning way more of my ranked matches today. Up to Platinum 2. Nice! Yeah, if you can make it to Diamond between today and tomorrow, that gets you an extra booster when the month ends. But I'm going to be honest here. Having Uro banned also screwed the hell out of me. That really hurt. Like a lot. Just because Uro, what are you doing? 2 basic land cards. Okay. Now what with Vastwood Surge? And with Kicker. If the spell was kicked, put 2/+1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Nah, man, I think Migratory Path is the better one of the 2 that does that. Okay. So let's put this one down. Escape to the Wilds. Okay, yeah, definitely could use that. We'll cast these 2 Lucky Clovers. Okay, and then attack with everything. Because this guy's getting the mana that he needs out now. Yeah, well, especially to counter those mill decks, man. It's just really annoying to have someone mill you and then you get something in your graveyard that can help you out, but now they're taking that away from you. And then 50% of the decks that I've been playing against, it feels at least like it's 50% of the decks I've been playing against are mill decks. What are the adventure cards that you have? Because if you take a look at some of the decks that were given to players, some of those decks have adventure cards on them. What are you doing there? I'm not okay with this. Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. We'll do Escape to the Wilds first. Put down Patriot Triumph. Put down this island. Cast Edgewall Innkeeper again. And we're not going to attack into that. If it was kicked, return target card with a kicker ability from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Let's see. I've only seen one Omnath deck in the last 2 days. Yeah. I haven't lost to a mill deck in the last 2 days. That's actually really good. One mill deck made me mill over 20 cards in one turn. Yeah, especially when you have that Maddening Cacophony, I think is what it's called. 2 cards for every card they drew, and they did something funky to draw about 10 cards that turn. Yeah. Teferi's Tutelage. However you pronounce that. That's that card that you were talking about. I hate that card too. I don't like it. It's an evil card. What are you going to do, buddy? Oh, he was trying to figure... Okay. This is a battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each mana spent to cast it. When you cast a kick spell, you remove 2 +1/+1 counters. If you do, copy the spell, and you may choose new tokens for the copy. I'm beginning to think some shenanigans is about to happen. Okay, well, let's cast... Let's do this. And get a lot of cards. We'll get an Ugin. We'll get a Jace. We'll do Unsummon as well. And then we'll do this again. Ugin. Shadow Spear. Gust of Wind. Okay. And then we'll put down this red mana. Put down Shadow Spear. And we're not going to attack anything. And then we're probably going to have to cast Gust of Wind and cast it on this. And then we can cast Unsummon on this guy. 2 Queen of Ice, Reaper of Night, Rimnock Knight, Bone Crusher Giant, Lovestruck Beast. And you have 2 Lucky Clovers to boost them. Okay. We're just going to block that. I mean, if you're You could try to use your gold to get Throne of Eldraine boosters. Ah!
I've only scratched the surface of Zendikar's history. Stay one step ahead of me. I'm my own most challenging puzzle.
I think he's looking for something specific here.
At least I look like I know what I'm doing.
You know what? I have one more turn after this before this hits 12, so that's when I'm going to do that. Okay. What do I want to do? We're going to cast Jace and kick him.
I'm doing my best to trust other people. I must consider the consequences. I need to protect as many people as possible.
We're going to scry with Jace.
Knowledge is a skeleton key.
Draw a card.
Oh, this is genius.
Okay. He has nothing to block with, but he's got 2 blue mana available. So we're just going to kill the Jaces while we can.
I overanalyze the situation.
Actually, I could use that to get Lovestruck B-Step. That's not bad. Oh, Urion's the blue-white bouncy guy. Kind of sounds like you don't have a lot of cards. Ah, okay. So that problem that you're talking about, think about some... Drakenstein, are you familiar with what slivers do at all? You started playing about 9 days ago. Like, started playing from scratch, or are you one of the guys that has been playing for years on and off recently? And just recently came back to the game? Well, then I guess we're losing Jace.
Ugh. I'd rather forget this fight.
Solve. See if this guy's going to counter Terror of the Peaks again. Okay. Aha. On Arena 9 days ago, I played Magic on paper about 4 years ago with a couple of buddies for about a year. Mostly drafts and Commander with them. Okay. Face cam man. Hey, what's up, Toaster?
I wish I was invulnerable.
Okay. Now let's see what this guy does. On Arena 9 days ago, I played Magic on paper. Okay.
Next now.
So then you probably don't have a lot of cards right now on Arena. If instead of focusing on all the cards you have, I would say take a look at one card that you want to use and abuse in a deck. Like you want this card and this mechanic to be the all-encompassing mechanic that you're going to work with around the deck. And so this way you have cards that are working together based off of the same thing. And then once you do that, what did this guy do? Roost of Drakes. Okay. Huh. Alright. How much mana do I have? Give me a second. I'll get back to you in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. Okay, we'll put this down. Draw some cards. Counter target creature spell. Okay. Solve. I'm still going to draw those cards. And then we'll scry. Escape to the wilds. That's not bad. And then do this. This as well, so this way we can just kill the creature. And Edgewall Innkeeper is going to be way too valuable for us to just get rid of right now. 325 distinct cards viable for standard. Most of them are just individual cards with several copies of most of the common and uncommon. Okay, so out of that, how many rares do you have, and what would you say is the best rare you have? You may not even need a rare, but you should probably look into having a common theme for your deck to do just one thing over and over and over again and abuse that. So that way you have something to work with, and then you have all of your cards working in tandem with that particular theme. So the first thing that I did when I started playing Arena, what is this guy doing? Copying? Is he copying that? No, but he's making a roost happen. Okay. He's probably got a lot of counter spells on there. Okay. So then when I first started, I did lifelink because that was something that I was going to be able to do over and over and over again. What is this guy doing? Turn up 2 target creature cards to their owner's hands. Creates an XX. Oh, he picked one, I think. No, he kicked it, so I think he's doing it twice. No, he copied the spell. Okay. Alright, I may have reached a point where I have to use Ugin now. So the other thing, we'll just block that. Because I will exile everything this guy has. Okay. Put down this island. Put down Ugin.
Strive.
3, 2, 2, 1, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm utterly vexed.
Reality is unwritten.
Okay, and then we'll put this down. Draw another card. Cool. He's got plenty of lands and plenty of cards in hand, and he's found different ways to draw cards. So it's not like this guy's going to run out of things to do. So what did he bring out? Inscription of Insight. Okay. Hey, that's a pretty good card. So now what are you going to try to do? Just going to return that to my hand. Fine. Scry 2, draw 2 cards. What does that last one do? Where X is the number of cards in their hand. Okay. You know what? An 8/8 creature is pretty good, but there's a problem with that, and that is that it is a 0 mana thing. So I can do this with Ugin, and he goes away. Yeah, confirm 0.
All creation can be undone.
Okay. We'll play Escape to the Wilds. Put down that land. Do I have another land in here? No. So we'll put down Castle Ventress. Nope, can't put down Castle Ventress right now. Okay. So then, put this guy down. Put this guy down. We're not going to cast him, but we're going to get 3 lands out from our library. 1 blue. Well, you know what? I can just do 1 of each color. 1 red. 1 green. And then we're going to make 3 1/1 dudes. Okay. And then we're going to make 3 1/1 dudes again. Okay. And it looks like this guy realized he was about to lose the game. Cool. Hey, Cloud Foxes, how you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better than yesterday. I mean, Drakenstein, honestly, I don't know what to tell you, man. The standard right now is really funky. Nothing is set in stone. And I can't I can't tell you what to get or what cards to go for because it's all just boosters, right? So I would tell you to get Throne of Eldraine if you want to play an Adventures deck, but you're going to probably need to get a lot of cards, and then you might need to check your collection to see if you have any of the adventure cards in your collection right now. Nice FaceTime date late last night. That helped a lot. Cool. Something else you could try to do, look up, Google Mythic decks or Mythic level decks. And it can tell you what some of the deck builds are that are out there. And yeah, there's always a steep learning curve. No. Yeah, we'll do this dude first. Cast this guy. We'll stop on their main first, and let's see what this guy does here. And it's not going to be necessary because we're going to return Thieves Guild Enforcer. I don't care if he blocks that, but he's not going to mill me again. Damn it, why cultivate? Of all the things to lose, cultivate's not the thing that I wanted to lose. How many cards do I have? These mill decks, man. I mean, he could do that. That's not going to bother me. What's this guy gonna do? He's probably gonna counter it. Yeah. Hey, I mean, that gives you a chance to get done a little bit early, right? Okay. Hold on. Cancel. I want to do double reds here. Get rid of this. Just because that card is really where a lot of my issues come from. Okay. I want to see what else this guy does. And of course I lose Lucky Clover. What you gonna do, buddy? Okay. Alright. We're gonna try Terror of the Peaks. And we're gonna see what happens here. Because if this guy's smart, he's gonna try to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Ha! Oh man, oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe that for a second. There's no way. There's no way. That doesn't make any sense at all. He's milling the hell out of me. I have a few cards in hand. I play one card, and he says, no, there's no way I can counter that. That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, I guess Teamer Adventures is really a good way to counter those mill decks, then. Anyway, what's going on with everyone else? What do you guys have going on today? I know Cloud Fox is doing school today. And if I remember correctly, you only have work Tuesdays and Thursdays? Or is it the other way around? You go to school Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then you have... What do we got here? Pretty good stuff. We have some pretty good stuff in hand. Do you work like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then you have Tuesday, Thursday for class? Oh, that's some good wine. I am streaming, but I'm going to talk about the wine on my stream anyway. Okay. I'm going to put down Ketria Triome just because that's going to come into play tapped no matter what. And then we'll scry. We'll use the scry land for the next turn. Cancel that. We're not going to use the scry land just yet. We're going to stop these shenanigans right here, right now. Okay. Let's put down Castle Vantress, cast Cultivate. We'll do 1 green, 1 red, because I have multiple sources of blue in hand. So that's why we're going to go for that instead. Put the green, it doesn't matter what land we put down at the moment. And then this guy's going to do that. I may have killed his only creature in hand. Because the whole thing about Sprite Dragon is you put it down and then it grows over time with all the instants and sorceries you cast. Alright. Put down this other mountain, and then we'll do this. And then what's this guy going to do? He's probably got burn spells, and he's going to want to get rid of Terror of the Peaks. Because that's what I would do, if it were me. Except that's not what he did. Alright. What you gonna do, bro? Okay. That makes sense. Alright. One. Yeah, we'll cast these Edgewall Innkeepers. Cast Bone Crusher Giant. Draw 2 cards. Push down this Temple of Mystery. Lucky Clover. That's cool. 6. That's not cool. No, what are you doing? Okay. That wasn't nice. I'm not okay with this. Okay. Lucky Clover. And then we can pull 2 lands out from our library. Green. Probably get another island out. And then do this. And do that. And attack with this guy. And that's pretty much game because he has nothing else in his hand. And he quits. Yeah. Alright, so if you guys are watching this, if you're playing against those decks where they they play Sprite Dragon, and you have a way to get rid of it immediately, don't let it stick around. Just get rid of it. Because that might be their only creature in hand, and if that's the case, you stop them from being able to do anything to you. Hey guys, welcome. We're doing Magic the Gathering Arena matches today, and we're trying to get to 15 wins. I believe I'm on win 3 in a row with a Teamer Adventures deck. Poop. Alright. We'll play this Scryland first and see what we can get. We need... okay. We need stuff like right now. I don't need a second Escape to the Wilds. No, direct challenges do not count towards daily wins, because otherwise, you and I, we could play against each other right now. That's BS. Stop what you're doing. Both of those have haste, so it's not like I'm doing anything to slow them down. Yeah, it just wouldn't make sense. Alright, here we go. There's something that'll help. And then we'll put this down. Oh shit, that's right, I forgot. I goofed this up. I goofed this up so hard. Alright, I don't think I'm going to win this. Because I just gave him that. All 5 pieces of Exodia in my hand. I wish. I wish that could work. Okay. We're going to do this Scryland again. I don't want him picking up another cheap creature. So we'll wait until he attacks and we'll see what happens. That was another land. Who are you going to pick? Guess what? Not happening. do this. And this. And then we're just gonna have to hope for the best here. And a Mega Charizard. No blocks. Sweet. Thank you. This is gonna be hard. Okay, so we're gonna do this. One green. Definitely need another blue. Put the blue down. Put the green down. Draw some cards. And we're gonna need everybody to block. A second robber of the rich. No, I need to block at least one of them. How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Seven. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. That sucks. Son of a gun. And it doesn't matter now because Okay. Shit. Alright. Jerk face. I have a deck just like that too. I don't think the draws are as good as what this guy got though. Let's see here. 2 lands. Alright, we'll keep this, but I'm not too happy with what I have. What do we got here? Okay. Well, we'll put this guy down for now. We'll cast Lucky Clover next turn. What is this guy? He's gonna burn it. Yep. Okay. Get me a land. Well, alright. Don't get me a land. I might be in trouble here. I just need 1 more land, and then I can do this and get 2 more lands. Okay. I can't even cast that. What the hell? Sorry, Dreckenstein. I know that sucks. Just have to block that for now. There we go. Finally. Thank you. Well, we have Terror of the Peaks out, so we might as well get that. Son of a... You've never been fully milled. Well, I mean, it does take a while to fully mill a deck. You need to have very specific cards to make that happen. And of course he's got a Lotus Cobra in there. Shouldn't have kept his hand. Okay. Is this an Omnath? No. I mean, it might be. It has the Omnath colors in it. It's probably going to counter this. Of course he did. Okay, let's see what he does to this. He didn't counter it. I'll put this down. Definitely block one of these. And then he's got 2 cards in hand. We'll just wait and see what he does. Okay. And I think I got this. Yeah, he does. He quit. Oh, man. I thought I was about to lose this one. Cool. And he kept countering everything that I was doing and took out all the lands he needed to use. Oh, man. I got really lucky there. Just really lucky. Let me know how that match goes for you, Drakenstein. Also, Toaster, what you got going on today? Alright, so 3 lands, 1 Cultivate, Brazen Bower, and an Edgewall, Innkeeper plus Terror of the Peaks. Okay. Not gonna be able to do much here. Yeah, we'll draw that forest. Okay, Ketria Triumph, put down this mountain. I'm not gonna put down Edgewall Innkeeper just yet. What are we gonna get here? What's this one again? Ah. Okay, alright. Alright, so then we're going to get 2 islands. Put that island down. Lucky Clover. Puts a land down. Okay. Let's put down this island. Get Terror of the Peaks out. Let's see what he does. He might have Bone Crusher Giant, and in that case, he's just going to target Terror of the Peaks twice. Nope. Questing Beast. No blocks. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. And then we'll just wait next turn for him to attack with Questing Beast again, and then we'll use Brazen Borrower to bounce it back up. And that's important. You have to wait until Questing Beast attacks because it has haste. Otherwise, he's just going to cast it from his hand again. That's not a bad move. Let's see what you do. Edgewall Innkeeper, and then he's going to cast Left Struck Beast. Resolve. Pass. And we're going to bounce that. Okay. Let's see if this ends up working like I think it will. No! Damn it, that's not what I wanted to put down. Okay. Yes. Actually, it works exactly like I think it will. So that's a cool little trick that I just learned. If you give Terror of the Peaks lifelink, anytime its ability kicks in, you're gaining all that life back. Which is kind of broken. Not really. All they gotta do is just kill Terror of the Peaks. But the guy quit. I'm good. Even with that misplay of mine. And what do we get? Frogify. That's probably the one thing that bothers me the most, is when you get a card and instead of getting something new, it's already something that you have a playset of. Anytime something deals damage, lifelink comes into play. I think. I would have to test it out, but I'm pretty sure that that's right. No. I can't keep this. Okay. I can keep this and return one Terror of the Peaks, although this isn't the best hand either. What's this guy gonna do? Yep. I would do Adventurous Impulse 2 in order to get more lands. Okay. What's the next thing we got coming in? Cultivate. That's what I like to see. Okay, we're going to slow this guy down by a lot. And I know that Lotus Cobra is like a cheap creature to do that to, but that's how you slow them down. Okay. And then he plays another Lotus Cobra. Okay. I'm not upset that I did that then, because otherwise that would just be too much to handle. Okay, we're going to need one green, and we're going to need one blue. And we'll put this blue down. All right. You know what? I know exactly how to slow this guy down. I already have the ability to do it. Okay. Fae of Wishes. And we're going to get Storm's Wrath out. Put down Temple of Abandon. Yeah, sure. We'll just draw into that because we're going to cast Storm's Wrath next turn anyway. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you doing there, buddy? You have 11 mana to play with. He just won the game. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Drakenstein. Unfortunately, that's a problem. Let's see what we get here. We'll keep this, although my judgment's telling me that's a bad idea, because I don't have any green in hand, and then I have 2 green cards right here. Okay. Let's just put down Castle Vantress, because I'm not going to have anything else that I can do right now. Let's see. Oh, we're going to do that, huh? Let's see. Oh, you two are going to be playing shenanigans, huh? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do just the one. Okay. So now you're going to counter my stuff too? Okay. Alright. So this guy's going to try to win. Ah, you son of a... Well, you're tapped out, so we're just going to do this. Why is it that I'm not getting any lands right now? Yeah, this is BS. Yeah, we're gonna concede. All because it didn't draw a green land. Okay. Let's see what we get. I may have to look at my deck build and see what I need to do to adjust the land counts. Yeah, that tends to happen a lot with me too whenever I'm playing mill decks, as I get real close to the bottom part of it. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't... Okay, at least I have a Scryland so I can move something away. Never mind, I have all the lands that I need now. Or at least ways to make it happen. Sure. We'll draw a forest. Then... with this Cultivate, that'll help me draw into red mana. What's this guy playing? He's playing Teamer, Cultivate. Is he doing an Omnath? He could be doing an Omnath. Let's see what he pulls up. 2 blue. Alright, looks like he's just dealing with Teamer colors. Okay. Do this, cast that. 1, 2, red mana. Ogre Battle Driver, okay. Let's do Cultivate again. Stop. Okay. 1 red. Yeah, 1 red, 1 blue. Put the blue down. Next. Enter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's a problem. My turn. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. We'll get Ugin out. Next. End turn. Actually, that's game. Doesn't matter what I do. Yeah. Yep. There's nothing I can do about it. Wonder if I should just do that Scoot Swarm deck and then mutate on top of it and then just abuse the hell out of that. Because if anything, you could do Scoot Swarm and then do the 4/4 creature with menace that causes people to discard cards. I forgot the name of it. Alright. Yeah, we'll keep this. Okay. Yeah, getting another island will help. And at least I have Bone Crusher Giant to be able to kill something with. Okay, next. End turn. Pass. My turn. Alright, this guy's doing counters. Counter spells. So I'm going to do this. And he's going to counter it most likely. Alright, maybe not. I need another red land, so we're going to do that. Not Lucky Clover. Damn it. Okay. We'll get one green and one island. Okay. Next. End turn. You gotta be kidding me, man. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna last another turn. This isn't going to do me any good right now. Three, 8, 9. I think he's going to force me to draw a card. And he's just going to mill me. And he's going to cast Drown in the Lock. Terror of the Peaks is going to die. And now I'm going to take a lot of hits. These freaking Road Drakes, man. Anyway, guys, how's it going? Welcome, viewer number 6. Best way to get me to keep talking is to interact with me, ask me anything, help me get to know you better. What the stuff? Okay, alright. Well, I guess that works. Okay, and then we'll play Temple of Mystery after. Another Edgewalling Keeper? Okay. Yeah, I'll draw another mountain. It's not bad. Okay. And then we'll cast Cultivate. Mother... Okay. We'll do this. Put this down. And this is going to take me 2 turns, which is annoying. But I don't have a choice. Okay. 1, 2. All right. Storm's Wrath. I hate these mill decks. One, two, three. Okay. One green, one blue. And he's probably going to counter this. It wouldn't surprise me if he does. He's not going to. Awesome. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Let's see if this guy counters his Cultivate. He doesn't. We're going to do another blue and green. Put the blue down. 1, 2. Draw a couple of cards. Let's see what happens next. And I have no red mana. Okay. Alright. Next. Next. And turn. Now let's see what he does. And then we draw a few cards. Son of a... But that works too. Because he's not going to be able to kill me. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. This is getting tough. Okay. I think I have this. Okay. And then... Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cast this. Draw some more cards. Okay. Damn, I may have goofed by casting that. Okay. Honestly, just get rid of that. He needs something to attack me with now. Let's see what he does here. I'm gonna deal this damage. This is happening. You're not stopping this. Cool. Oh my god, that took so long. And I was almost dead for like 4 turns in a row. I can't believe I was able to pull this off. Oh, that was a lot of luck. Whew. Okay. I need to get some water, guys. Give me a moment and I'll be right back. Pretzel sticks are great. Okay. Well, we'll just see how this goes. At the very least, I have a green land in hand. No! Not another one! Why? And they got rid of a land that I need. Ah! This is such BS. No, I can't have them get rid of a cultivate. Ah. Of course. No. I'm stopping this. He's gonna counter it. Son of a... probably going to counter this too. Mother. I have a turn to do this. Doesn't matter. He probably wins. Because he's going to counter this right now. He doesn't have anything to counter it with, unless he drew it right now. No. Screw this guy. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, another cultivate won't hurt. We'll play this other Scryland. Come on, buddy. Show me what you got. Castle Ventress. That will actually help me out. I'm not going to cast Edgewall Innkeeper just yet. Man. This is ridiculous. This is the third mill deck in a row that I'm playing against. Okay. So we're going to do this, and then I'll do this. USOB. One green, or one red, one blue. We'll put the red down. Man, it's just so frustrating to have to deal with this, man, over and over again, game after game. probably get another blue out. And then let's, at the very least, try to slow this jerk down. I might as well, because we're going to have to block. So, milling in Magic, good game. What do you mean good game? Milling in Magic is when someone has cards in play that forces you to put cards from your library, which is where you draw your cards from, into the graveyard. And when that happens, your cards go into the graveyard. So either you have something that can work with stuff going into the graveyard, or you end up not being able to use those cards at all. Okay. I need this. Yeah, so when your cards are being milled over and over and over again, mother! And then they have counter spells, and they don't allow you to do anything, you end up being stuck in place. Like what you see happening right now. God, I hate these decks. And then I can't stop it. So you end up, you either have everything you need to make this deck work from the start, and you have everything to counter their BS, or your SOL. And then, of course, the other problem is Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, was banned. So now one of the cards that you could use to play out of your graveyard, you're not able to play in your graveyard anymore. And these damn mill decks have nothing that can to counter them, basically. So one of the best tools against a mill deck was taken away. And I'm probably playing against another mill deck right now. I wouldn't say it's a cheese strategy, because it is a good strategy, but the problem is that it's so stupid one-sided. If you're the one being milled, you almost don't have a way to come back from that, because the stuff that you need from your... It's another blue-black deck. It's probably a mill deck that I'm going to be playing against. The stuff that you need will just end up going into the graveyard, and you don't have a lot of ways to be able to pull stuff from the graveyard unless you build your deck around that. Yes, it's another flippin' mill deck. Okay. we're going to wait and see what this guy plays. Because there's one card that's the absolute worst card to have to deal with in a mill deck. The good news is if you have ways to deal with people milling you and taking out the things that they have to continue milling you, then you can come back from it, but it's hard. Because you have to have that stuff that you need in your hand right off the bat. And I'm willing to bet he's going to counter this. Still get a land out. Now let's see what happens. Okay. God, I hate these decks. I hate these decks so hard. Alright, let's do this. And see what this guy does. Because what I want him to do is counter this, because if he has a counter spell in hand, then at least I'll be able to... He doesn't have a counter spell in hand. Maybe. Or he was just like, nah, he can get rid of that because I don't need it all that much. Let's cast Cultivate. All right. Well, this is really good news. Let's get a mountain and an island. We'll put the mountain down. And then we'll play our island. Put this guy down. Because if he doesn't have any counter spells... I mean, if he's not countering any of the stuff that I'm doing, he's slowing down. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I'm not going to attack into that because this guy's a jerk face. It's just one of the few things I'd like to say, right? Okay. I would have liked to keep that Castle of Mantras. We're going to test this out. Let's see what happens here. Because I'm willing to bet he has Drown in the Lock, which is going to allow him to either counter the spell or kill Terror of the Peaks. And he's still not doing anything. Cool. Here's to hoping. Because he's got how many cards? 8 cards? If we were to put down that Thief Guild rogue, that ends up shooting me in the foot real hard. What you got, guy? Aha. Okay. So now he's going to take care of the peaks out. Yeah. But okay, let's see what we got here. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on, man. What are you doing? Get your act together. Get it over with. I really don't like the fact that he has open mana. I could have used that mountain. Hopefully I draw into a land that doesn't come into play tapped. Get rid of the escape to the wilds. Cool. Alright. You're tapped out. You have just one land. Okay. Let's do this. We'll do this. And we'll do that because we need to get the life gain right now. Storm's Wrath. Cast Fae of Wishes. Put this down. Escape to the Wilds. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to get rid of everything on the field. And with this deck, you have a lot of options to make that happen. Okay, see, now this guy's going to counter this. Let's see what he does to Escape to the Wilds. Okay, we'll put that on Terror of the Peaks. And we'll put this land down. Now what? You're not going to be able to mill me out. And I'm about to send a massive bomb your way. So what? That's not going to stop me. I still have another Terror of the Peaks in my hand. Let's see what you do here. Okay, so that's using 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Alright. Because either you can stop this right now, or you're dead next turn. Trigger's happening now. You can't stop it. Good game. Jerk. Oh, I hate mill decks. Screw these guys. Better not be another mill deck, man. See, 7% chance to draw another Lucky Clover. That would help me out a lot, especially because Beanstalk Giant. Okay, it's not a mill deck. Now it's a control deck. What are you trying to do? You can only do one thing. Do you have no planes in the rest of your library? Really? I think this guy's internet wasn't working probably. He's probably going to play a counter spell right now. Another Innkeeper, okay. Well. And then Urian? Okay. Ah, no. What are you going to do? Take out one of my Innkeepers? Yeah, you are. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you later, Cloud Foxes. Well, that wasn't nice. Okay. Well, I mean, I got plenty of everything else. What I really need, though, are islands. So we're going to do that. Put that island down. Oh. Guess we can't. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll play this. And the next turn, we'll be able to play Beanstalk Giant. We'll see. Alright, well, I guess better to Tower of the Peaks and Beanstalk Giant. I'm not going to bounce that back into his hand. Just gives him something else to exile later. Yeah, we'll get another temple in this turn. Okay, and then we'll get Ugin, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see. What are you gonna do, bro? Seems like he's just gonna let me do my thing first. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and scry, I guess. Sweet. Alright. What you gonna do, buddy? Yeah, sure. I've got something I can discard. And he's got 3 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. I have 10 mana. We're gonna wait. Because this guy has plenty of cards in hand. He's waiting on me to play something. And at the very least, I'm gonna do this. Because he can't bring that back. And then he's playing black as well, so he could have Murderous Rider up there, and he's just waiting on me to put something down. What you doing, bro? Are you just looking at your graveyard? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna flash Ascent. 2 mana, which is enough for him to mess up anything that I'm going to try to do. But he didn't.
Reflection is a journey, not a destination.
Okay.
You are too dangerous to roam free.
Alright. Now let's see what happens. Because I know that he knew that I had that card in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. If I draw another land.
Welcome to my domain. Terror lurks among
Time is fragile. I do love a good puzzle.
Okay.
Consider this a warning. Pacify yourself.
Ideas, like seconds, are fleeting.
Son of a biscuit. Ah.
My research has concluded. You will feel inspired.
Cool. All right.
I do love a good puzzle.
Let's do this. One, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yes, I have enough for that. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Brazen Borrower, return Banishing Light. And now we're gonna do this. Okay. We're gonna get Ugin again. And we're gonna get Jace. And we're gonna play this little land right here. Left Struck Beast is not gonna do it right now.
Ideas, like seconds, are fleeting.
Alright, so so what is this guy gonna do?
Think fast.
Where's he at? He's at 8 for that? Okay.
All your fears are given for.
Okay. Oh, I went for Jace Mirror Mage instead. Okay. Five. Let's see what this guy does here. He's probably got a counter spell. No, he doesn't. So we're going to exile everything.
Rashly is the chance to fail. I will be sated elsewhere. All creation can be undone.
Green and red. Play the red. And we'll put this guy down. We'll see what this guy does. This has been a pretty good match. Aha!
I have greater matters to attend to.
Created for one purpose, restoring order to them. The patterned future appears before me. Your selfishness tears at reality. The stars will light our way.
Okay. We're gonna kick him.
Better tomorrow than you
Right.
were. Every thought matters. Here's the next puzzle.
We'll do that. And we'll do this. And turn. Solve. This is a ridiculously long match. Now what are you doing? You're just trying to force me to discard cards. Okay, and then what are you going to get rid of now? Okay. We're going to do Fling. And return to nature. That's an enchantment. Okay. Do this. Yeah, we're going to have the right amount. All right. Back to him. Back to him again. Now let's see what this guy does. Cool. Awesome. That's what I needed to have happen. Okay. Alright guys, I apologize. I know that was a long match. I need to take a short break, and I'll be right back. Actually, I've got somewhere to be here in a little bit, so I need to end the stream. If you guys liked what you saw, please follow me. I really appreciate followers. I'm brand new at streaming. The best way to get me to talk and interact with people is to send me messages. My email is rafoli87streaming@gmail.com. That is the streaming email that I use. Again, it's rafoli87streaming@gmail.com. Send me a message if you want to play StarCraft 2 together, or if you have any ideas for what you would like to see me stream later. All right, talk to you guys later, and have